Good fucking morning. No. Great fucking morning to all of you beautiful divine beings. Okay, so I wanted to really get on here and talk about life itself, our purpose as human beings, souls, whatever you want to call it, right? Because we all have this perception of life. We all have this perception of ourselves and others around us. So, we create our own reality, right? And with that said, we have this perception of reality, of the world, of our life, of our human vessel, of certain meanings of certain things. And it's so powerful. Like, we are very resilient. Very resilient, as in, like, the human vessel, the human body, like, we literally can heal ourselves. I mean, if you look back at the the history, and when I talk about history, I talk about all history, not just one history, not just like the history they teach us in school. I'm talking about these stories. If you look deeper, if you're into, the spiritual, because for me, I believe everything's spiritual. Like, if you don't believe in spirituality, or if you have, like, whatever faith you believe in, or if you even don't have a faith, it's all spiritual, right? And that's the thing. That's what's so powerful about this message that I want to share, is the fact that you look at religion, you look at the Bible, you look at all these different stories, right? Bible stories, Greek mythology, the ancient Egyptians, yada, yada, yada. I can go on and on. But the point I'm trying to make is everything is connected and everything happens for a reason. And they talk about the overcoming of certain challenges. This, in these stories, the certain things we've done, we've overcome, we've been through, the good, the bad, the dark, the light, all of these different aspects. And it's so powerful to really just stop and look at ourselves, because I know I'm resilient as fuck. I even wrote a song about it. So if you want to go check out my song Resilient on SoundCloud, that's where it's at currently. But we as human beings, not just souls, but our human vessels, like the gods and goddesses and our ancestors, they're probably looking down at us, the people that have actually not lived a human experience, right? They're probably looking down on us, or looking at us like, y'all are so fucking resilient, but you go and do this silly shit and fuck yourself up. Like smoking cigarettes, eating, trash every single day, all day. You know, like, I mean, look at the pollution. Look at all these different things in this world today, how it's been modernized. Like, I was thinking about this because it's like I've really worked hard on my body, on healing it from the inside out, you know? And it's like I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot medically, physically, certain things that I've overcome, like my epilepsy, my heart condition, um, my migraines, certain things like that I still struggle with, but I've overcome a lot. So like I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 14 years old, and I used to have like 3 to 4 seizures a day. Now I believe that's connected to a spiritual sense as well too. But besides the fact, we humans are so fucking resilient. We really, like, going back to history, right? Like, look back at history. They didn't have what we have today. Certain doctors, certain procedures, certain anesthetics. Like, we are so smart. We are so intelligent. And we tend to dim ourselves down, or we focus on other people's perception of us. And we really just, like, we feel insecure, we feel like we're not enough, we feel all these different emotions, but that's just our souls trying to trigger us into realize who the fuck we are. And that's what I had to kind of realize throughout my journey, is these certain insecurities, these certain beliefs about myself. Like, It wasn't really me, it was the perception of others' opinions and what they believed to see about me. And it's frustrating because it's like we create this reality. We are so powerful, our minds are so powerful that we have these people. And I'm not saying everything we create in a sense, and I'm still kind of like figuring that out, if that makes sense. But eventually we wake up to realize that we create our own reality and we can change all of this, right? And so that's what I've been doing. Like, people probably still judge me for my weight, judge me for how I look, judge me for whatever it may be, Yet I know I stand firm in who I am now. I understand myself every day. I understand myself better every day. And I'm not going to let other people's opinions or perception of me like bring me down or lower my energy, lower my shine, lower whatever the fuck, But it's frustrating to me because it's like I know this stuff. I know this because I've done the work, I've understand it, I've, connected with myself. And yet I still run into people, which, is normal, but I still run into people who have this perception of themselves. And it's like, listen, you are enough already. Just by your existence, you're enough. And when you get into like social media, when you get into like certain environments, your family, your friends, whatever, that perception of you changes. Because, people have this perception of you that you may not have of yourself. Because me, I have this perception of myself that I'm good enough as I am. I love myself. I'm beautiful. I'm enough. I'm fucking like drop dead gorgeous, okay? And other people may not believe that. Other people may not see that. But that's their perception, right? And so I know I've kind of like been all over the place in a sense, but my point I'm trying to get at is our reality is what we believe about ourselves and what we believe about the world. And we have this perception, we have this inner work that we need to do. Whether, because like from a young age, we're taught certain things. I was taught about, religion and how certain things through religion, now that I understand religion is connected to all these other things, like everything's connected, it's all spiritual, right? I understand that everybody has this perception. It's deeper than we realize. It's bigger than we realize. It's bigger than us. And we've evolved so much over time throughout history, like the healing process, healing ourselves, women being able to birth babies. Like, if you don't believe that's not spiritual, then what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm not trying to be, actually, no, like, let me stop right there because, like, listen, there's so many people that are asleep right now. And what I mean by that, they believe that they have to go to work every day for the rest of their lives. They believe they have to go work to live when you really just need to live to thrive, okay? And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight because I used to work 18-hour days, okay? I was a caregiver. I literally thought I had to work 18-hour days every day. And yet I was miserable. I didn't have no life. There were so many different things I could go into. But I only got a minute left to talk. But the fact of the matter is, like, wake the fuck up. Like, we humans are not just here to go to a 9-to-5 job. They invented that, like, not that long ago, okay? Like, we are supposed to live our lives abundantly, happily, joyfully, peacefully. So really wake the fuck up and really reflect on every aspect of your life right now and just live your life. And like, I get it, we like sometimes don't have certain controls in certain areas, but we can change that over time. It's a process. Trust the process. Believe in your fucking self and go heal and just go live. Peace. Okay.